What's up, YouTube? So, quick update here. This is the car in its current state now, the donor. Pretty stripped here. Removed everything off the front. Started to remove and did remove all the wiring all around. Getting the engine. I'm going to try to pull the engine and transmission in one go. This is the interior. As you can see, nothing's left here. Got everything I needed wiring wise, and then shoved everything I didn't need kind of in the back. One tip I can give you is to park the car outside of your garage, and the reason I did that was because it's going to need to be towed away. Obviously, I'm going to take the wheels, suspension, everything. It's going to need to be towed away, and without it being a roller, actually, a wrecker can come pick it up. They're going to have to drag it a little bit, probably about like 3 or 4 feet. They'll lift it up and then drag it. So you want to have it, on asphalt, not in your garage, because A, it'll be harder for them to pull it out of your garage, and B, you don't want to get your garage scraped up. So there it is there. Here is all the interior parts that have been pulled off that I'm going to need to put on. Well, a few of them. Blower motor, steering wheel. This is all the wiring. ECU. This is going to be fun, putting all that back in. It shouldn't be too complex. It looks pretty bad, and it is kind of bad, but it all kind of lines up, and you can kind of go from there. The doors and the headlights and taillights I'll worry about kind of last, because those you have to actually look at schematics and wire up. But just to get it up and running, it won't be too bad. Here's the rest of the interior stuff that I'm going to be using. Center console, glove box, shift boot, even had a cassette radio. Okay, so now looking at the car in its current state and more interior stuff. There's the dash. I really have a lot of screws that I've acquired. Again, this is like the gold pile, so most of the screws are in the spots where they need to go, but this is like extras that I didn't need yet, so I'm just building up a stockpile, because Subaru uses all the same thread pitch pretty much for everything. So some smaller sizes, larger sizes, varying thread and pitch here, but they look good otherwise. The gauge cluster got a new sticker for the back of my car. My wife and daughter liked it a lot. So here's the interior right now, and I'll go over this. This is for next steps too. So I put the pedals in. That's the only thing that's in right now, and I probably could have waited on that, because I'm gonna have to do some hacking in this area here, right around here for the heater core. I'm gonna have to make that hole bigger too. But so next steps are actually, I started to take away all the sound deadening here, scrape it all off. And the reason being is this heater core needs to go in. And this heater core will need to fit in between this and this. And because it doesn't belong there, it's going to be a very tight fit. Very tight fit. So what I'll also have to do to modify, if you will, is the bumper beam, which is actually right here. So the bumper beam's also a fun one. Again, I'll show finished pictures of this stuff. Maybe a video of me actually doing it. But the bumper beam will need to be, holes will need to be drilled, because the holes aren't in the same spots. Holes will need to be drilled or extended, like out to here and here, because it won't just bolt right up. And then right here on the bumper beam, I'll need to take a mallet to and just bash it in. Sticks out too far for the heater core. So those two things are the biggest modifications, and the reason you need to do that is because if you don't, A, first of all, it won't fit at all, and B, how good you do that determines the amount of dash gap you'll have. You may have heard that before with WRX swaps or with dash swaps. the term dash gap. And what that refers to is the gap that your dash will have when it butts up against the side here. So when it butts up against the side, last time I had like a gap between this piece right here and the it would kind of angle out, the dash angled out like that. It was like barely noticeable, but I'm going to try to make it even less than that. Like it was like maybe like a quarter of an inch. I've seen people with like this much of a dash gap because they didn't give a shit and just kind of threw it in. Like I make it look pretty good. So that's just the update for now. I'm kind of slowing down now because I wanted to get the interior done because it rains quite a bit here. So not in the summer, it really doesn't, but it rained today. So I wanted to get all the interior done on the WRX, just taking everything out. And then maybe this weekend or a little, if I have a little bit of time next weekend, it's starting to take everything out from under the bottom, the engine, the transmission, and the suspension, the brakes, and the drivetrain, and the subframe. So that should take me about a day to do, I'm hoping. But if you need any WRX parts, I've got plenty. A lot of the stuff's busted up, but there's 4 good doors, door panels. The bumper's in decent shape. The side skirts are in good shape. What else is good out here? I'm definitely going to sell these wheels if you want some wheels. And then there's a bunch of interior parts back here that I'm just not going to be using either. The back wing. Otherwise, yeah, that's the update for now. Again, the interior is totally done. Besides that e-brake, I'll take that e-brake out, but I need it for right now to keep the car from moving. So that's the update. Again, I'm posting more of like before and after stuff and not really during while I'm doing it. I'm trying to do more during. I'll definitely have more of that when I'm putting the motor in and doing stuff on the other car, but on this car it's kind of hard to hold the camera and do stuff. So I'll keep you updated. Thanks.